Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the East Delaware Knights Team Builder Dynasty here on College Football 26. Today, we have the ACC Championship. We are new to the ACC this year. This is our first time being in the conference. The last 2 years, we were in the American Conference, only winning that one time, unfortunately, last season. But that upgraded us to the ACC. We took the opportunity. We joined the conference. We just so happened to be playing in the ACC Conference Championship our very first year in it. Now, the team that we were supposed to play, Louisville, ended up losing a game to North Carolina with a couple of weeks left to go in the season. And that kicked them out of the conference championship. They were pretty much a lock until they lost that game. And losing that game catapulted the number 4 team in the country, the Pittsburgh, what are they, the Panthers? Yeah, the Panthers. The Pittsburgh Panthers to the conference championship to play us. So it'll be a rematch. We played Pitt earlier in the year and beat them. And now we're their only loss. They've only lost one game the entire season, and it's to us. So it's a rematch. This has a lot riding on it. This is a lot at stake because not only is it a chance to win a conference championship for the first time, but it's also a guaranteed playoff bye. So I don't know what's going to happen. If we lose this game, it would be our third loss overall for the season. So that might kick us out of the entirety of the playoffs, not even like a road playoff game. We might get a road playoff game even with a loss, but I don't even want to think about that. I want to win this championship and then go play in a bye and then have our first college football playoff game of the season. So there's a lot at stake here, a lot riding on this championship game. Let's stop talking, let's stop yapping, and get to business. So if you want to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe, join the Juice Club. Let's play the ACC Conference Championship. Coach Addison Arrington also got his contract extended. That's nice, as he's brought the team to the ACC title for the first time. We did fire our staff in the end of last episode. I just wasn't happy with the coordinators. I wasn't happy with how our offense performed. I wasn't happy with how our defense performed. So we fired both of them, and I'm hoping that we can find some good replacements soon that are in need of new jobs. We also have 20 coach points that we could spend. I wish we could take a look at... we can't take a look. I was going to say, I wish we could take a look at recruiting. We can, because I want to see Theo Graves again. I need to keep looking at this recruitment, this lost recruit, because it's so heartbreaking, so devastating to lose a guy this good. I mean, look at these accuracies. Look at the throw power. Look at the speed. I've never seen a combination of accuracy, throw power, and speed and acceleration on one single player this good. And we could not get him. He chose LSU. Even before going on campus to either our school or LSU, he just outright chose them. I think it was week 10. Or maybe it was week 9, one of the two. And then one of the more shocking ones, Lyle Ash outright chose Notre Dame without even going on campus. He just wanted to go there. So I have no idea why he chose. He's probably more shocking than Theo Graves. We kind of knew in the back of our minds the entire year that LSU was probably going to win this recruitment. And it was devastating when it actually happened, but we kind of knew. The Notre Dame one, I thought we might have had a chance to win it. And yet Lyle Ash chose Notre Dame, and he will go play there next season. Now, there is a world where he can transfer out after a season because his deal breaker is pro potential, and if Notre Dame continues or starts to lose and their pro potential goes down under a B, then he could transfer out and we could pick him back up. But at least for his freshman year, he will not be an East Delaware Knight. Now, we did pick up the number 1 player in the entire country, and that is right edge Forrest Tatum. 6'4", 257 from Bradenton, Florida. Looks like a really solid player out the gates. He's got platinum workhorse. He's got 83 power moves. His speed is pretty solid. His strength is really good. He's going to be a problem in a couple of years. His junior year, he's probably going to be a menace. But we were able to win that mainly because nobody else is even going after him, really. I mean, there was a couple teams, I think Florida at the very end was starting to make a little bit of a push, but at that point, we pretty much already had him locked. So we were able to get 1 5-star, and that is number 1 player in the country, Forrest Tatum. We have a bunch of 4-stars committed to the school. A lot on defense because we were trying to focus heavy on defense this year. There is still a world where we can grab a couple extra 5-stars. We've got Roderick Hicks, who we are battling with Iowa. This one's probably going to go into the offseason, I would assume. We've got Max Shea. We've got a couple other 4-star players, but there's one more 5-star on our board. It is Mac Nasiruddin, and he is kind of a long shot, but there's a chance. And where there's a chance, I mean, he looks slightly better than our 5-star Forrest Tatum. He looks pretty good. He's just not as fast. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get him. He's from Texas. He wants to probably stay in the area. It's going to be tough to get him. It's going to be tough to get him. But we're also going after a couple extra 4-stars. We got some 3-stars, special offensive line we need. So we've got some people on this board, obviously, along with the portal, the transfer portal. We'll see how that goes. As far as season stats go, before we change those stats because they add on after every other game, like the conference championship and all that kind of stuff, let's take a look at just the regular season stats. This is what everybody did throughout the regular season. So Cole Welliver came in as a transfer, threw up 1,400 yards. He obviously split a lot of time with Kenyon Garnett. 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I wasn't super impressed with him. I was not super impressed with Cole Welliver. He didn't really do much for me, and that may be solely because he just isn't very fast, and I like to play with a quarterback that's fast. Now, Kenyon Garnett's numbers do look pretty awful, but he's a running back. That's what he is. And so having these numbers, they don't look very good, but his impact was right here. 724 yards, 8 touchdowns. Kenyon Garnett was a menace in the run game, as he always should be. And then Cameron Poe was lethal in the run game. He started to pick it up really towards the end of the season. Shelton Lighton has been really, really good, but he's always hurt because his wear and tear is killing him. I mean, look at this wear and tear. I'll move my camera for a second. Look at this wear and tear. He is dying. And so he's just not very useful anymore, even though he's so good. Javon Lakes is coming on really strong, even though he is a senior. He's had a really, really good season as well. Receiving numbers, obviously you're going to see Keelan Rounds be the best receiver on the team because that's what he is. Rashad English has had a very, very good season as well as that gadget-type player. Lighton's been good out of the backfield. Poe's been good out of the backfield. Bryce Cain's been a nice transfer player. His numbers don't really show or give credence to how good he's been. He's been a very good player on the field. He just doesn't get the numbers because we don't pass very much. We're a run team. Riley Pettijohn's been a great transfer addition. Jeremiah Wolf has been a stud as the 6'5" strong safety, true freshman. Owen Chambliss has been a great player, and we don't even need to talk about what Jackson Howard's done. He's been so good as an edge rusher. 27 sacks in a season. He already broke Terrell Suggs' season sack number. 39 tackles for loss. We aren't getting a lot of interceptions. Pettijohn's got 3, but a lot of those are just right place, right time. The quarterback just throws it right to him. Jaquan Odom's got 2, and Peyton Morgan's got 2, and then Chambliss has got 1. So not a lot of turnovers. I wish my DBs would get a few more turnovers, but it is what it is. And then kicking-wise, we've been okay. Bentley Richmond's done fine. Punting's been fine. Kick return, we haven't had any kick return touchdowns this year or punt return touchdowns this year, but those are our regular season numbers for this third season. We take on the Pitt Panthers in the ACC Conference Championship. This one is going to get crazy. It is going to get crazy. This is a rematch from when we played them earlier. I like the white helmet, actually. What's the white helmet look like with the white jersey? I think it needs all white. Yeah, the all white looks pretty good. Looks like the Riverside Royals. The whiteout looks pretty good. I like that. So they'll wear that, and then we will wear... We could go blackout. We could go whiteout versus blackout. You know what? Let's do that. Whiteout versus blackout. East Delaware versus Pitt. Conference championship. Winner is a top 4 seed in the playoffs. It is time for the ACC Conference Championship. The Pitt Panthers versus the East Delaware Knights. Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Nevada won the Mountain West Conference Championship against San Diego State. The last time we played the... Oh, this isn't the show. Okay, I thought they were showing the last time we played them. It's just showing our stats this season. We have better stats, really. We're a better team, even though they're higher ranked. I feel like we're a better team, although sometimes we don't play like it. We need to play like it today. If we can take home a conference title in our first season... Shocker, Isaiah Morrow injured first play of the game. Good Lord, dude. I hope he transfers if he's not already graduating. He needs to go. He's so fragile. I think Auburn just beat Alabama in a rematch of the Iron Bowl, but this time in the SEC title game. That's kind of insane. That's Butler Tanner. He hasn't been as awesome of a tight end transfer as I would have wanted, but to be fair, he hasn't really got that many targets, so it's not all his fault. We did have another injury. It's the running back Cam Poe, unfortunately. The Dragon Warrior goes down with an injury. We're suffering a lot of injury. We're pretty beat up this late into the season. We're pretty beat up. We've had such a grind-out type of season. 2 losses already. I mean, we've had some battles. We are battle-tested. If any team in college football this year is battle-tested, we are battle-tested. I don't know if there's one team that has had a more intense schedule than what we've had. And yet we come out on top as a 10-2 team with a chance to win a conference title right here. We just got to play our part. UTSA just lost, by the way. UTSA lost to North Texas in the AAC championship. Our former conference. Yeah, Auburn beat Alabama. That's kind of crazy. It's Oregon and Iowa in the Big Ten title game, by the way, if you're curious. And it's 0-0. A lot of ranked teams losing. FIU just beat Sam Houston in the Conference USA title game. A lot of conference teams losing in their title games. They're choking at the big moments. Choking. Hopefully we don't choke in the big moments. UCLA beat Oregon State in the Pac-12. That's right, we revived the Pac-12. I forgot about that. 3rd and 7 after a failed run attempt. Let me get a double dig here. Let me get a little double dig and then a little Keelan Rounds deep ball because Keelan's a beast. And I think he's got it. Keelan Rounds, end zone. Keelan Rounds can't hold on. Incomplete. That could have been a lethal score. It doesn't come true. And now we got to take the field goal, and I shank it to the left. I hate field goal kicking in this game, man. I can't ever get the arrow right. I just can't do it. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have taken the points there. I should have went for it. I probably wouldn't have got that either, but I would have had a better chance than getting the field goal because I knew I was going to miss that. All right, man. Last time we played Pitt, Eli Holstein was a menace in the run game, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. I just need Jackson Howard to step up. If Jackson Howard can step up, we can win this game. If he can have one of those game-wrecking performances. He's had a couple of them this season where he's gotten like 5 sacks in a game or something like that. Good tackle, but it's a first down. Jaime Souza? Could be Jamie, but I'm going to prefer Jaime. Under a minute to go first quarter. Let's go Jackson Howard. That's across the middle. It's a touchdown, Pitt. We just didn't have the DB coverage. It was just a simple post route, and he just was uncovered. Like, nobody was even there. We had one safety that was kind of close, but obviously I missed the tackle because that's what I do. So Pitt scores in 3 plays, and really their 2 plays previously were not that good, and then they just take a deep shot. It automatically works. That's why we're working on the secondary in the recruiting board. That's why we got like 2 corners. We got a safety coming in soon. Transfer portal is going to have to be big in that as well because our secondary has been bad all year, really. I've been complaining about that thing all season long. And now I really regret taking the field goal attempt instead of trying to go for it on 4th down there. Maybe we wouldn't have got it either, but, I mean, it would have been a better shot than kicking that field goal. I knew I was going to miss that the moment I chose to take it. It's just what I do. I just can't kick field goals consistently in these games. I don't know what it is. It's got to be the angle of the arrow. Just I can't figure out how to angle it. We end the first quarter down by 7, but it's by no means over. This game is by no means over. We still got a lot of game to go. A lot of game to go. Handoff. It's Tyson Collins, the big meatball. Former running back turned fullback for his final season. I think that fits him a little bit better. Javon Lakes with a nice carry down to the 29-yard line. I almost wanted to do QB blast there, but I chose to give the ball to Javon Lakes, and it worked out. Got a lot of yards out of it. And Javon Lakes will get it again, this time up to the 22, first down. We're such a run-heavy team. It's a good thing we have so many running backs, because we are such a run-heavy team. It is 95% of our offense, really. And so having this many running backs definitely helps, because a lot of our guys are dead. We're probably not going to see Shelton Light in the rest of this game, because he's so dead tired. He's so beat up. I think that's open enough. Keelan Rounds has got it. Touchdown, East Delaware. The connection still is pretty strong between Keelan Rounds and Kenny Garnett. And that one will go through. We've tied it at 7. That was a lot better drive, a lot more efficient, a lot more dominant of a drive than the first one. But now we got to go play defense. And that's something we've proven throughout the rest of the season, the whole season, that we can't really do that well. At least not that consistently. We need Jackson Howard to do something. It's just what we need to do. They're going to throw it quickly. They got good blockers, but Jaquan Odoms is right there. Jaquan Odoms right there to stop it. Maybe I use Dominic Kirks and let Jackson Howard do his own thing. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Alabama, by the way, is the number 2 seed, or they were the number 2 team. They're not going to be anymore. Holstein's going to keep it, but I misjudged the angle he was going to take, and now Holstein's got a lot of room. He's going to get a block. He's going to break a tackle. I misjudged the angle. I knew he was going to keep it, too, but I didn't have the right angle. That's my fault. God, I suck. I'm so bad. I'm just terrible. They're going to go out of the backfield. Strange decision. He only gets nothing. I thought he got a yard, maybe, but he gets nothing out of that. I guess Holstein felt the pressure. I don't know. They're going to go with another RPO, or, RPO. They get a lot of yards out of that. 3rd and 3. I forgot that Pitt likes to play fast-paced. They like to play no huddle. That was super annoying the first time and still annoying now. Come on, Jackson, get to the quarterback. Holstein's got way too much time. He just finds a wide open man. Tough hit, but he holds on to the football. I mean, we can't allow Holstein to have 19 million seconds in the pocket to find an open man, because he's eventually going to find one. Our coverage is certainly not good enough to hold for that long. Pettijohn with the tackle. It's about to be the 2-minute warning. I don't know if they're going to snap off here. They won't. All right, 2 minutes left in the first half. We got to do something, man. We got to shake up something here. Maybe bring more blitzes. I don't know. We got to get to Holstein, because he is carving us today. That's going to be out of bounds. Only a yard. Only a yard on that one. 3rd and 6. Big 3rd down. If we could force a field goal attempt, that'd be pretty nice, considering the way they've moved the ball so far. We're not going to be able to get a first down. Oh, my God. I had the tackle. I need to see this again, because I had the tackle. But he does this little move. This little move where he starts to break right here. After I make the play, he starts to make his break, and I don't know what my guy's doing, but he just goes right past him. I don't know how I don't lock on to that. I'm literally right on him. I don't know how it doesn't lock on and give me a tackle. But it just shoots me right past him, apparently. They went up the middle. Riley Pettijohn meets the running back and blows it up. We are under a minute. We are under 50 seconds in this first half. The Panthers have taken the entire second quarter, really. It's going to be another handoff. I was ready for it, but he scores the touchdown. I couldn't catch him with Dominic Kirks. I was ready for the handoff. I just was ready the wrong way. Kirks couldn't catch him, and then we didn't have anybody on that side. Did we run into the kicker there? I think we did. It's Jeremiah Wolf who did it, too. Oh, we just can't catch a break in this game, can we? 36 seconds and all of our timeouts. 36 seconds and all of our timeouts. That is enough to get into field goal range, I would hope. It could also be enough to get into touchdown range. I don't think it's right to hit a all-go just yet. I don't think we need an all-go just yet. They're going to play pretty deep, so they're going to give us the middle of the field. We can take the middle of the field. That's going to be Bryce Kane. I was really hoping he'd get a first down immediately so the clock wouldn't go right away, but I'm not going to use my timeouts just yet. I'll use them probably in this play. I got to get it in the hands of like Bryce Kane or something because he's fast enough. That's going to be out of bounds. We're already at the 44. This has got to be Keelan. Keelan's going to get a first down, and this is where I'll use my first timeout. 14 seconds left. We're over midfield, but we're not in field goal range just yet, if that's what we're going for. I think this is a guaranteed Kenny Garnett scramble. Wow. I mean, it was a guaranteed Kenny Garnett scramble, but they read that. I didn't think they were going to read that. I thought that they were going to be ready for the pass, and then they'd be screwed, but they were ready. I'm literally right up the middle. I cannot miss this. I simply can't miss. I guess I'm going to call my timeout because the clock is not moving. So I'll call my timeout. Kick a 47-yarder literally down the middle. This cannot miss. If I miss this, I need to retire. It's up. And it is good. And it had a good leg. It probably would have been good from 50-something. But it's because I got it down the middle, really. There's 1 second left, so we'll kick it short so they have to waste the time. And we'll go into the half. 14-10. Could have been 14-13 if I would have made the extra point or the field goal earlier. Pittsburgh will start with the football. We got to play better. We got to play better on defense. Our offense is fine for the moment. They're doing okay. Somebody's injured. I don't know. Is that Javon Lakes? Javon Lakes has some sort of ankle injury or something, it looked like. Our defense has got to step up here. We got to make some plays happen. We can't just let Pitt carve us every single time they're on the field. That's what they do. Colorado took Baylor out 41-13. Jeez. Come on, defense. Come on, defense. Get there. Get there. We just can't. Jackson Howard, he had such a historic first half of the year, but the second half of the year has been the complete opposite. He has been neutralized every single game for the last 6, maybe 8. I don't even know. He got him on that one, though. Jackson Howard with his 28th sack of the season. A foot contusion for Javon Lakes. His 28th sack of the year gets us 2nd and 16. I'll take it, man. I'll take whatever I can get. They're going to go out of the backfield. That's a tackle. Good job. 3rd and 9. That's a pretty long third down. This is a good spot for us. We need to take advantage of this. They're going to motion. I need somebody to get there. He's going to go deep. I got one-on-one coverage. It's a big dude over there. Intercepted Jaquan Odoms. That was a big dude Jaquan was having to cover, but he just jumped up and mossed him. And Eli Holstein makes his first mistake of the game. Okay, didn't see that coming. I thought I was just trying to knock it down or get an animation where I could knock him down and then complete the pass. That is a huge play in this game. The first real mistake for Eli Holstein today. We need to capitalize. We're not going to get many more of those. And I can't move with Garnett. He was literally stuck in sand for some reason. I could not move with him. QB blast might not be the right idea, but I'm going to call it to catch him off guard. And it was not the right idea. Garnett almost got there, though. 4th and 2. We obviously got to go for this. We cannot waste this opportunity here. That's going to be caught and held on to Rashad English. I thought he was going to jump and swat it down. I really did. I saw the defensive lineman jump. I should have been more careful with that. Luckily, he got it through. Handoff. It is Cameron Poe. The juke move was not very good, but it worked anyway. Well, it was good. It wasn't as dynamic as I wanted it to be, but it worked. He made a man miss. That's all you can ask for from a juke move, I guess. Oh, God. I was looking at Kirby Voorhees. He wasn't there. He might have been there for a half a second, but he was gone very quickly. Ooh, running a screen to the short side of the field. Not necessarily what I wanted, but I guess I didn't realize it was the short side of the field. Should pay more attention. But it's going to work pretty good. It's going to get us third and manageable. 3rd down and 3. Give me a play here. The mesh dagger is pretty consistent. But it is Cole Welliver. I wish it was Garnett running this. But I do trust Keelan Rounds. He gets the first down. You got to trust your best players sometimes. Sometimes you got to put it in the hands of your best players and just believe. And now we get to see Kirby Voorhees, a transfer running back who has not made much of an appearance this year because of the depth of running back. But when he makes his appearance, he's going to score a touchdown. Kirby Voorhees sucking up the competition and burst for 44 yards on one play. He doesn't have the most speed. He really only brought him in as a depth running back in case of a situation where we're facing right now where all of our running backs are beat up with the wear and tear. And Kirby comes in. We've seen him a couple times later in the year because we've gotten that far down the depth chart. But this is the first time he gets a handoff today, and it's a 44-yard touchdown. I'm surprised he had the speed to get away from everybody. And we capitalized on the interception, the Eli Holstein interception. And we took a lot of time off in the third quarter, too, so that helps. But we capitalized on the interception. We need to stop them here. If we can get back-to-back turnovers or back-to-back chances for them to turn the ball over and give it back to us, that would be super, super useful. Cornelius gets in there. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's a good tackler. And it's a 3rd and 11. Another 3rd and long for this Pittsburgh Panther offense. Holstein was in the running for the Heisman. I don't know if he is in the lead or not. That's another down the field ball. This time incomplete. Peyton Morgan fighting with him, with the receiver. So back-to-back drives, Holstein goes for it all and can't come up with anything. We will have the football. Oh, right on the sideline. Good catch for Bryce Kane. I hate when Welliver is the one who does the when he does the read option because it's not what you're supposed to do. Kirby Voorhees got stuck, but he makes something happen. Kirby Voorhees is electric. He got stuck by his own offensive line, but he made a first down out of it. He probably had to run, I don't know, 13 yards to get 10. That was pretty cool. You don't usually see a lot of that. Usually you get stuck behind your offensive line, you get loss of 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. And we enter the fourth quarter with a 3-point lead. This is insane. We need to take at least 3 minutes off this clock, maybe more. And also put one in the end zone. But Kirby Voorhees doesn't care about taking time off the clock. This guy's unbelievable right now. Maybe we should have played him more this year. I don't know, but Kirby Voorhees going crazy. Oh, this is going to be an insane... Can I get that to him? I think I can. Keelan Rounds 1st and goal. And here comes Mitch Maije, another running back we have not seen much. And he's going to get in. A touchdown for Mitch Maije. We're going through the Rolodex of running backs on this roster. That's how beat up we are. But we lead 24-14 in the ACC championship in the fourth quarter. And it's all been because of Eli Holstein's mistakes. Like, this Pitt team should be winning, or at least should be closer than a 10-point deficit. But because of Holstein's interception, and then because of his last drive where he threw the ball down the field again, this time it got incomplete, Pitt is down by 10 with not a lot of time left. And Jackson Howard might be starting to feast. We get to Holstein, but he just throws it away. I thought maybe we had another sack opportunity. 28 on the season's kind of crazy. I would hope he'd get 30, but he's still got hopefully a lot of time left. Because I'm expecting, or I'm wanting a deep playoff run. If that's what happens, who knows? The way this team plays sometimes. But if we can hold on for this win, we should be one of the top 4 seeds. We earn ourselves the first round bye. Don't have to go on the road like we did last year to Oregon. Holstein will get around. He'll find his open tight end. I mean, at this point, they're just wasting time, really. You're getting these little checkdowns. They're getting you a few yards here and there, but you're wasting time when you're down by 10. And you know how efficient our run game is. Oh, that was not what I expected at all. They go like jet sweep or jet touch pass, and it gets them 4 yards. All the ranked teams that came into conference championship week, it seems like lost to unranked teams. That's what I'm noticing. Anytime there was a ranked team that played an unranked team in a conference title game, the ranked team lost, which is really weird. Big play there for Pitt. They get themselves a huge first down. That is a nice tackle. Owen Chambliss has been so good this year. He makes a big tackle. 2nd down and 5. Under 3:30 to go in the game. Oh, Jarek Francis. That was a beautiful spin off the block, but can't get the sack, unfortunately. It is a first down scramble for Holstein. It was a great spin move, though. Great pass rush move. He's putting stuff on film for the next level. Cornelius right there. Good tackle. I told you, man, he's a great tackler. He's just not very fast. If his speed was a lot better, if it was in like the 90s, he'd be one of the best players on the team. Holstein somehow gets that away. Jaquan Odoms with the tackle. No gain on the play. That's huge. That is huge. And now it's a 3rd and 7. I wonder if they would go for it. They need 3 anyway because they need... they're down 10, so I wonder if they just take the points here. Oh, they might not have to worry about that because we have a touchdown. What are you doing? We need to go back and see this coverage because this is just unacceptable. This is the kind of stuff that gets you cut off a team. This is Peyton Morgan, who came in as a transfer, and we thought, oh, he's like a 90-plus overall. He's going to be our best corner out there by a mile. What are you doing? Simply, I need to know, what are you doing? You see him stop. You have no awareness whatsoever. You don't stop. Like, what is this? What is this coverage? Where's your awareness? You see him stop, your head is turned the other way. I don't even have any words to even explain what I just watched right there. What was he doing? I need to see what his awareness is. What is Peyton Morgan's awareness? He's an 85. What is your awareness is a 70. No wonder. Trash. I made the wrong decision bringing him in. He has been nothing but problems. Nothing but problems. And now Pitt has taken the lead, or gotten down by 3. And now our offense has to do their job. We have to go out there and prove why we are the best running team in the country. We have to go out here and run this clock down. It's just what we have to do. Thankfully, we have Kirby Voorhees, who's been unbelievable so far today. There's the first timeout for Pitt. We get their timeouts used, we're good to go. We don't have to worry about anything, except for maybe a first down. I think that's open enough. Oh, that's a really risky ball. That was open, to be fair. That was open, but it wasn't when the ball drifted. Voorhees on the handoff. He's going to get to the 31. It's a 4th and 2. I'm going to go for this. I know this is super risky, but I got to go for this. I just have to. We have to make sure this is the last drive of the game. I got to scramble. I could throw it to Keelan Rounds. I know that, and I ran out of bounds. I just had to go. I knew Keelan Rounds is open, but I could not risk a bad throw. I knew Kenny Garnett was going to get the yards, so we took the yards. Final timeout used. The only time they can stop the clock now is with the 2-minute warning, or if I miss a throw, obviously. Hopefully I'm not going to be throwing much the rest of this game. That's caught. No, it's not. Bryce Kane drops it. To be fair, that's probably for the best, because he would have not even gained a yard, maybe even lost yards. They seem like they're ready for this screen. Oh, they brought a lot of pressure, but it's going to work. It's going to be a first down. Maijé's got more. That's huge, man. The screen, they brought a blitz, and the screen works to perfection. Is that the end of the game? Can I kneel it and win? No, I can't kneel it, and the clock won't go down immediately. But it will go down under 1:30, which is nice. Maijé with the handoff, and Maijé is going to get down to the 33. That's 3rd and inches. 3rd down and inches for the freshman Mitch Maijé. And here comes Voorhees to possibly send us to the playoffs. Kirby Voorhees has won us the ACC Conference Championship. We did it. We did it. We won the ACC in our first year. Huge. Simply huge. And we have earned ourselves, most likely, a bye. I would assume. A playoff bye. I would hope so, at least. Oh, we needed that. We needed that. That's a big win. We get the fireworks. We get the ACC conference title game, or conference title trophy. We add that to the trophy room. We don't have that many trophies in the trophy room. We've got the ACC title. We've got the AAC title, and then we've got the Armed Forces Bowl from our first year. So, yeah, we don't have much in the cabinet, but we got three trophies. And hopefully we have a few more after this season. We'll advance past the conference title game to see where we're ranked. We lose out on 2 players, Andre Cobbs, but these guys, I think we just added the board, so it's not the end of the world. Who we matched up with? Jaquan Odoms gets Player of the Week because he had 3 tackles on a pick. Keelan Rounds gets Offensive Player of the Week. And we do have the bye. Well, this is week 16. Do we have the bye? What's the bracket look like? We do. We will have a bye. But unfortunately, one of the teams we can play is Alabama. You gotta be kidding me, man. We had to go on the road to Oregon in year 1 or in year 2 last year. We lost that game. Now we would possibly have to play Alabama. I can't catch a break, man. Pitt does make it in. They play Ohio State. I can't catch a break with these matchups. Let's advance past week 16 and figure out what we got. Who's it going to be? We get locked out on Tuipala, but that's not an issue. Eli Holstein is your Heisman Trophy winner. We beat this dude twice. So, we beat the Heisman Trophy winner twice. Jackson Howard wins the Chuck Bednarik. 28 sacks is pretty much guaranteed to win the Chuck Bednarik. He also wins the Best Defensive End Award. So, we're accumulating a couple of trophies. He also wins the Bronco Nagurski. He also wins the Lombardi. He swept defensive trophies. Except for DB, obviously. All the trophies he could win, he swept them. That's a W. That is a W. So now our trophy cabinet looks a little bit more full with the awards of Jackson Howard. He ends up making that transfer really, really useful. We have early National Signing Day. We got a lot of stuff to take care of right now. So Theo Graves, what was his dev trait, man? Don't say elite. It's only star. That's pretty good. But thank God it's not elite. I would have been even more heartbroken. It is elite dev for Lyle Ash. Ah! Why'd you choose Notre Dame, dog? Unbelievable. Star for Forrest Tatum. Elite for Vince Murphy. Hello. Big offensive line prospect. Star for Thomas Hyman. Impact for Alani Coleman. Normal for Larry Stumpf. And for Spencer Casey. So both the corners get normal. But star dev for Thomas Hyman and elite for Vince Murphy, the offensive line prospect. That's huge. That's huge. We don't know what anybody else is because we don't have anybody else recruited. We have been in a recruiting battle with Iowa. They forced it. So this will take us probably till the end of the offseason recruiting. We are, I'm surprised, not in a recruiting battle with Missouri. Taron Cross or Teron Cross is a tough one. Tuipala locked us out. Nasir Dean, I don't know if we should try. He just wants to stay in Texas, or at least close to it. That's going to be a tough one. That is going to be a tough one. I put 50 hours on Eric Streeter. Why did I do that? Oh, because 85 speed. It's not amazing, but it's decent. We haven't got in on these guys just yet. All right, well, we'll see how this recruiting ends up, but the class is fairly good right now. It's nothing special, but it's fairly good. Could have been better with Graves and the running back or the linebacker. So we got to hire some staff members. Here we go. We've got Pete Lembo from Buffalo. Del McGee, Sean Lewis. Offensive coordinator's not super interesting. There are a couple high overall, like Alex Golish, level 36 could be useful. What's his talent tree look like? He's got tactician, strategist, and recruiter. Is he a big-time recruiter? I can't tell. He doesn't have elite recruiter unlocked, unfortunately. Just because he's level 36 doesn't mean he's going to be that good. Level 33 for Sean Lewis. That's Alex Golish. He's also got strategist, recruiter. He almost has elite recruiter. I don't know where I'm going to go with this. Ooh, talent developer for Del McGee. I like that. I like talent developer. Okay, Del McGee is an option. He's also a master motivator, by the way. What about Pete Lembo? That's not Pete Lembo. He doesn't have it. I'm leaning towards master motivator / talent developer. I think I'm going to offer Del McGee a contract. I don't know if he's going to take it, but I think I'm going to offer him. And then on defense, we've got Jeff Choate, Colin Dustin, Matt Powledge, and then Vern McFarland. A couple of these guys, too. What's Jeff's talent tree look like? He's got strategist, tactician. He's not a great recruiter. It could be fun to bring him in, or at least offer him a contract. I don't know if he'd take the job. That's not Colin Dustin. What about Colin Dustin? We could just take both Georgia State's people. We took their head coach and then the defensive coordinator. That could be pretty funny. Matt Powledge has master motivator. That's all he has. Interesting. What about these guys? He's got recruiter and motivator. Earl Pierce is only level 14. Not super excited about that either. And then Vern McFarland. He's a tactician. I'm going to be honest. Not great options this year. Not great options. I think I'll go after Jeff Choate. Just because. If we can't get him, we can't get him. But we'll try it. We'll try it. See what happens there. All right. Any other crazy, not job offers, any other crazy, we could be Auburn's head coach though. That'd be kind of cool. Any other crazy moves around college football? We obviously know that our guys are fired, but John Kay has not accepted a new job just yet. Ryan Day is going to the NFL. Oh my God. Ryan Day is leaving Ohio State to go be some sort of position in the NFL. I would assume head coach in the NFL. I wouldn't think he'd be an offensive coordinator in the NFL at this point in his career. Wow. Ryan Day's leaving. So who's Ohio State's next head coach going to be? DJ Durkin's also going to the NFL. Maybe they're going together. Maybe they're going to be DJ Durkin's going to be Ryan Day's defensive coordinator in the NFL. Who knows? Brett Bielema fired at Illinois. Paul Foster going to the NFL. Greg Schiano fired at Rutgers. This is insane. Nate Potter's going to the NFL. So is Mark Cook. I didn't see that coming. I did not see Ryan Day leaving Ohio State to go to the NFL. I am now all in to know who's going to be Ohio State's next head coach. I mean, it matters to me because I'm an Ohio State fan. So if I was in this universe as an Ohio State fan, I'd be very curious to see what would happen here. Who's our matchup going to be, though? That's more important for us, obviously. It was always going to be Alabama. There was no way Nevada was going to win that. I think it was Nevada that was playing them. We do get Del McGee to become our offensive coordinator. That's actually pretty massive because he's got talent developer. We do get Jeff Choate. Okay, both guys signed on the dotted line. They're going to be our coordinators for the season and for this game, obviously. So who's the new head coach at Ohio State? You got to be kidding me. Marcus Freeman's back. Marcus Freeman played at Ohio State, became well known as a coach, obviously, at Notre Dame, and then returns. The prodigal son returns. He's the new head ball coach at the Ohio State University. This is insane. Ryan Day's in the NFL. Marcus Freeman goes to coach the Buckeyes. John Kay becomes the new defensive coordinator at Northern Illinois. We obviously got Jeff Choate. John Summerall becomes the new DC at Auburn. Pete Lembo, who we looked at possibly hiring, he goes to be the head coach of Illinois. Del McGee, we saw. Alex Golish goes to be the offensive coordinator at Minnesota, another guy we had an option to sign. Our offense coordinator did not get signed by anybody, Vince Munch. Maybe that's because he sucked. Simply insane stuff. Brett Bielema goes to be the head coach at Utah State. Oh my God. Absolute insanity. Greg Schiano didn't get hired by anybody. I wish Greg Schiano would have been in the pool. I would have signed him as a defense coordinator. Simply insane stuff happening right now. I couldn't have scripted it any better. Ryan Day goes to the NFL, presumably to coach one of the horrible teams, the Panthers, the Saints, the Dolphins. Who knows who he's going to go coach? And then Marcus Freeman takes the job. I mean, it's destiny. It's written in the stars. That's insane. That is insane. But what's more insane is we have Alabama. We have Alabama in the Fiesta Bowl. So they did beat Nevada 38-28. That's kind of what everybody predicted. Miami beats Louisville. What a fall off Louisville had. So it'll be Miami and Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Texas beats Colorado. They'll play Auburn, who has had a lot of coaching changes. And then Ohio State beats Pitt. So Marcus Freeman will coach against his former team in the Peach Bowl. Oh my God. The story just keeps getting crazier. It'll be Ohio State versus Notre Dame in the Peach Bowl. Marcus Freeman will presumably be coaching, because I'm assuming Ryan Day went to the NFL to get ready for like the draft and the offseason and all that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming Marcus Freeman takes over. Who's Notre Dame's coach now? I gotta know that before we end the video. Who is Notre Dame's head coach now? Did they not hire one yet? Do they have an interim? Who's the head coach at Notre Dame? I guess I could just go to Notre Dame and find out. Independence. They don't have anybody. They have an interim head coach? Unless, did I move? I must have moved them to a new conference. Did I move them to the Big Ten? I must have, because he's here. But nobody, it doesn't say anybody else is coaching Notre Dame. Where did I move Notre Dame to? I didn't move them to the ACC. Hold on. What's conference is Notre Dame in? Let me get to the conference standings. Did I move them to a conference, or are they still independent? They're still independent. I didn't move them to a conference. So who's their head coach? I can't go to the coach contracts. What do I need to go to see this? Coach stats. Here we go. Who's the head coach of Notre Dame? It still says Marcus Freeman. So Marcus is still okay. So, well, this is even more interesting. So Marcus Freeman is still coaching Notre Dame until the season's over. So Ryan Day hasn't gone to the NFL just yet. Ryan Day will go to the NFL after the Buckeye season is over. This is interesting. So Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman will coach against the team that he just took a job to coach for next season. Oh my God, the story. Think about this in real life. If this actually went down, if, God forbid, Ryan Day leaves the Buckeyes and we were in the search for a new head coach, and it was Marcus Freeman who signed the deal, and then the Buckeyes and Notre Dame played each other in a playoff game, oh my God, the media would it would explode. The media would explode. The whole internet, Twitter, would blow up because of this. This is insane. This is legitimately insane. So Ryan Day will coach the Buckeyes until the season's over, whenever they lose, if they lose. And Marcus Freeman will coach Notre Dame until they lose. But Marcus Freeman has to coach against his team that he just signed to be the head coach of the next year. So does he want to... There's so much confliction. Does Marcus Freeman want to win this game? Obviously, he'd want to win because he's still loyal to Notre Dame for the season. But he's got to try and beat the team that he's going to have to coach next. These guys, he's going to have to go talk to next year and lead them. But he's got to go beat... Oh, my God. This is insane. I couldn't have written this any better if I did it myself. This is insane. And obviously, I'm not... The whole Ohio State Notre Dame thing is taken over. We have to play Alabama. But that's kind of a secondary story now because of the whole Ohio State Notre Dame thing. Absolutely insane scenes. Never would I have predicted that to happen. First off, I never would have predicted Ryan Day would have left. But to have Marcus Freeman be signed on the dotted line, crazy. Crazy. But that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, channel, join the Juice Club. Next episode, we play the Fiesta Bowl against Alabama, and we look for our first ever college football playoff win, because obviously last year we had the playoff game against Oregon. We lost it controversially. Maybe we should have won it. Who knows? But we will play for the Fiesta Bowl next episode. That's going to do it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.